family and friends can visit. We are here when you need us. Smith Funeral Home, a part of your family's tradition since 1886.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Q 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ broadcast of Butler County boys basketball here in Daviess County as the Bears are set to take on the Daviess County Panthers in just a few moments, 3 minutes till we get started with those starting lineups. Here on the call tonight with me, we've got Miss Maggie Childers, Mr. Jonah Swift. Folks, I appreciate you being here tonight.
Yeah, I'd love to be here.
I always love to be here.
I tell you what, I've been missing a little Bears basketball action. We've had quite a few cancellations due to the weather, and rightfully so. I was out driving around a little bit in it, and it was a little treacherous to be taken off to go watch a basketball game. I would have done it, but, you know, it's just not worth the risk. But anyways, the Bears about to face off against the Panthers here in roughly 2 minutes and 45 seconds here in the Morgantown Bank and Trust pregame show. And we'll get you a little bit of information, a highly anticipated matchup here tonight as there's a couple of other teams here wanting to get the read on just exactly how the region's going to play out. I know another big game that didn't get to happen was last week, as it was going to be our district matchup against Grayson County. That's going to be probably rescheduled, I'd say.
Has to be.
Yes, it is.
It does have to be. I was thinking it did. And I don't know when exactly. I don't think that's been sent out yet.
It hasn't been sent.
But we're looking at that. But tonight we're getting a nice look at the region, what we'd possibly see in some of the later rounds of the region tournament as we're taking a look at the Panthers. And we're going to give you our Delta Faucet keys to the game. Jonah, I'll go ahead and let you talk a little bit more about that. You followed the Bears lately and seen how they fared against some intense teams like this.
And Brady, the biggest thing for me is going to be stopping the two-man punch that the Panthers have had for 2 years now. We saw them last year in the regional tournament. I just want to harp on that for a second. The closest game we had in our district and regional tournament championship run last season was against this Daviess County Panthers team. I believe we came out by just 11 points in that game, but that score was obviously blown up by the end of that game. But that was the only game in the regional tournament where I kind of felt like, you know, maybe we weren't going to have it, but we ended up pulling out the win. But the two guys we got to look out for, number 11, Jonathan Moss, and number 24, De'Aaron Watkins, both juniors, so a bright future next year for this Daviess County Panthers team as well. And Jonathan Moss was also a freshman on the Owensboro team that knocked out the Bears from the regional tournament 2 years ago. So we've been seeing a lot of this team for a long time, Brady. But obviously, Watkins being the big guy, Moss being the little small guard is very similar to the kind of two-man game we were playing with Lawson Rice and Ty Price. So how the Bears will adjust to defend Watkins on the defensive side and on the boards on the defensive side as well is going to be interesting. And see who goes out there and picks up Moss. I imagine Briar Griffin is going to be a big key to this game, not getting into too much foul trouble because he will probably be tasked with following Moss everywhere around the court. If I were the coaches, that's kind of the game plan I would go out. So keeping Briar Griffin in this game and figuring out how to handle Watkins would be my Delta Faucet keys to the game.
Well, and I'm just going to throw in there a little bit of smart ball movement. A lot of what we saw against, who was it? I'm trying to, was it Fairdale? Who did we play? I can't even think of. I can't even think.
I'm not sure which game you're talking about. Great Crossing?
Yeah, there we go. I wasn't. It's been a long day. I wasn't there, but I watched a little bit of the broadcast. It's just that keeping that intensity around some smart passes. You know, those offensive looks. You find a. I got distracted again. Finding the man that's open on the inside that's got the best shot, look at a shot. But I think that's everything you said I could agree with definitely for this tonight. Let's take a look at our starting lineups first. Going to be for the Bears. Starting at forward, the two, Trevor Daviess. At guard, Case the Crab Hoop, number 5. Also at guard, number 11, Justin Caslin. The 6'1" guard, number 15, Briar Griffin. I'm getting promoted here. And the senior, number 22, Ty Price. Over to Daviess County. At forward, number 10, Joseph Varble. At guard, number 1, Jackson Brown. Folks, if you're listening with us on YouTube, we are not able to broadcast to Facebook, but I tell you what you can do to help us. Share that link to your Facebook page. Get it out there. Let everybody know where they can find this game. We always appreciate all of the help. Number 20, Aiden. Is it Ayer?
Ayer, I believe.
I wasn't paying attention. Number 24, De'Aaron Watkins. Talked a little bit about him earlier. And number 11, Jonathan Moss.
And Brady, obviously Moss and Watkins, both juniors, but they have about, I believe, 3 or 4 seniors right behind them. So this is a Daviess County team that's really looking to make that deep run into the regional tournament the same way the Bears are. So these are 2 really experienced high school basketball squads and should be set for a good game here.
Daviess facing off against Watkins for the tip. I don't know what that was, but that was nice. I like that. Controlled by Daviess County. Brown gonna bring across the half-court stripe. Gonna face off against Ty Price. Send it over in the corner to Joseph Varble. Varble up ahead. Tries to get it in to Moss. The Bears are gonna steal it. Ty Price coming the other way. Price, Daviess fires it into Griffin under the backboard for 2. Underhanded layup there by Griffin. Takes the Bears with the first points, 2-0. Daviess County coming the other way. Ayer has it up top, fires it over to Moss. Moss gonna pull the 3. It's good. Price coming the other way. He's gonna return the favor. Looks to draw the foul. It just about goes in, but it tips out. Daviess County going the other way. Moss fires it in to Joseph Varble. He tries to go up and no good. Ty Price coming the other way. He's going to take it in. Go for the highly contested layup and put it in. 4-3. Moss coming the other way. Fires it over to Ayer. Ayer gets it in to Watkins, I think. Did I get that right there?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, Bears coming the other way as that layup was good. Price ahead to Griffin. Griffin up for 2, and it's good. 6-5. Bears lead. Moss going to look to slow it down just a little bit. Gets it ahead to Watkins. Watkins up top. Takes a step in, fires it out to Ayer. He's going to step in, go up for 2. No good. Daviess County comes away with it. They're going to catch. Number 11, Justin Caslin with the foul on Jackson Brown there in the paint.
Shoe tying situation here.
I thought he took a step there, and they caught him on a little bit of movement there on the baseline. They've got it into Brown. Brown going to drive the baseline. Try to go up for 2, just loses it. Ball's tipped up into the air. Daviess County comes away with it. Tipped again up into the air. Briar Griffin going to pull that one down for the Bears. Ahead to Caslin. Caslin's got the look at the 3. No good. Rebound controlled by the Bears. Griffin pulling it down. Moss going to come. Oh, stolen again by Caslin. Going up for the layup. He's going to be fouled on this one.
Great job by the Bears there, staying with that possession. About 3 different tip drills that could have gone either way, but the Bears coming out positive in that one.
Justin Castling going to the final finish free throw line. First shot up and in. 7-5. Second shot up and good. Make it 8-5. Bears lead. Watkins sends it over to Ayer. Ayer bringing it across the timeline for the Panthers. He's going to drive it in. Go look to number 10, Varble. Just going to put it on from the block. 8-7. Price coming the other way. Going to try to drive it in. Tied up a little bit.
I believe he's going to get on the line there. It's going to be a turnover.
Moss gets it into Ayer. Facing off against the Crab. Got it up top. Sends it over to Moss. Moss trying to look for that three from the top. Gets it back to Ayer. Ayer over to Brown. He's going to almost lose it to Ty Price. Going to drive it in, try to put it up for two. No good. Out of bounds on the Bears.
And just some things, Brady. I'm looking kind of off the ball here. Jonathan Moss already frustrated with the defense. Briar Griffin's given him off the ball so far in this game.
Moss gets it into Brown. Brown going to step in, take the long jumper. No good. Price going to come away with the rebound. Has it tipped away. Recovered by Case Hooten, who is going to get fouled. I couldn't see exactly who was over there. Fouls on Varble. It's going to be his first, team second. Bears get it into Griffin. Top. He's going to pick up a screen, drive in. Fire it back out to Daviess. He's got the look at the three. It's in. Kentucky Farm Bureau three-point play. As Moss is coming the other way. 11-7, Bears with a 4-point lead. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. There's a lot of good, I need to talk about the game. Darren Watkins from the block with two. Ty Price going to fire the three, coming the other way. It's up, all around, no good. Moss coming back the other way for the Panthers. Moss picks up the screen, drive it in from two. We're going to get Curtis Murphy on a foul here on the shot. It's going to send Moss and one opportunity. The shot was good, brings it to 11-11. Chance for the Panthers to take the lead. Shots up, and it's good. 12-11, Daviess County. Ty Price coming the other way. Picks up Moss, fires it over to Daviess. Back to Price. Take a step inside that free throw line, send it out to Murphy for three, and it's good. Make it 14-12. Bears lead Moss. Bring it across the timeline for the Panthers. Picks up the screen from Varble. Try to drive it in, take a look at the jumper, sends it back out to Curtis Murphy. Hands it off to Griffin. A defender right behind him. He's going to get the foul, though. Looks like that foul is going to be on number 20, Aiden Ayer.
And you know, Brady, this is a very physical game already, but I can see a number of the Daviess County Panthers not used to maybe this physicality, the bumping, the pushing, the shoving that the Bears are bringing to them right now, but the Bears doing a good job not crossing that line into foul territory, but still putting those bodies on them.
Griffin got it out on the wing, finds Price in the corner. Going to take a step in, fire it up for two. It's tipped back up. Ball tipped all around. Finally, to Aaron Watkins. Come away with it, sends it over to Moss. Moss crossing the logo, firing up the long three, and it's good. 15-14. Gonna have to watch him. Price Sends it over to Griffin. At the top, he's going to drive in, throw it up for two. No good. Watkins with the rebound, coming the other way. Fires it ahead to Moss. Moss going to drive in for the layup, and it's good. 17-14, Bears coming the other way. Price trying to drive it in. Catch him a foul on the floor. Foul's going to be on the one Jackson Brown.
Jackson Brown, that is his first team fourth. And from this point on, the first quarter, preparing to shoot opponents.
Price gets it into Griffin on the wing. Looking for Price at the top. We're going to fire it off, and it's good. Count it. Kentucky Farm Bureau three-point shot there by Ty Price. 17-17. Moss coming the other way. Gets it over to Brown. Brown fires it back to Moss. Moss looking into Watkins. Murphy shutting him down, saying, I'm the big man.
Murphy, and like we said, without Lawson Rice being on the team in a much different spot there, he's playing down on that low block, but does a great job there forcing the turnover.
That's right. Price coming the other way, picks up the screen from Murphy. He's going to drive in, step out, fire the three, and write it right down. It's 2017 Kentucky Farm Bureau three-point shot. Good by Ty Price. Brown running point for the Panthers. Gets it over to Watkins pulling the three. It's good. 20-20. Just like my vision, Jonah. I'm just kidding. I have terrible vision. Griffin coming the other way.
I guess that's why you see what the refs see.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm just
over
playing.
Castle on the wing hits Price in the paint, going up for the layup. He got elbowed in the nose. Hey, I know a guy for that kind of surgery. He's good, though. So he gets it into Griffin. Griffin going to drive it in, send it back out to Daviess. He's got the look. Ooh, will he get the shot? It comes down in the Bears' hands, but we got a little bit of trippage. Daviess County coming away with it. Watkins going to slam it down for the dunk. 22-20. Panthers in the lead. Bears coming the other way. Bears got tripped up a little bit under our basket on each other. Price crossing the timeline, getting a double team. Murphy going to pull away with that pass. Sends it over to Castlin. Castlin back to Murphy, back to Castlin. Castlin going to drive it in, hand it off to Daviess. Back to Castlin on the wing. He's going to try to dribble into some of that two-man defense there. Price has it way out. Tries to get it to Castlin. Does. Castlin driving into the paint. Finds Murphy on the baseline. Back out to Price from the wing. Blocked three. But the Bears come away with Griffin with that great
what a gritty
pass
play
to
from
Castlin.
the
In for two. 22-22. 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter play, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust as Moss is coming the other way. Moss struggling a little bit against Griffin. Going to drive it in, look for the jumper. Highly contested, but he finds the basket there. 24-22, Panthers lead. Price ahead to Castlin. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be on Castlin.
He tried his best to throw it off the body, but I believe his feet were already on the ground before he got the ball out of his hands there.
You know, this is about what we were looking for tonight to look
Yes.
like. It's an intense, pretty even matchup here as the Bears and the Panthers just kind of trading blows. 24-22, Panthers lead 5 seconds, 3 seconds. They're going to get off the last shot. No good. Castlin, well, I say. 24-22, Panthers lead at the end of the first quarter here on the Q101.5. Stay tuned. There's more basketball coming up right after this.
It's hoop season, and it's time to get out and support your Bears and Lady Bears. Warren RECC was started right here in South Central Kentucky and is still run by local folks you know and trust. That's the cooperative difference. We're proud of our hometown roots and our hometown team, and we're honored to support our local athletes. To learn more about Warren RECC, visit WRECC.com.
For sports teams to succeed, they need good leaders. Point guards and quarterbacks call the right plays to put their teammates in position to score and lead their teams to victory. Kendall Embry at Embry & Watts CPAs wants to be your team leader when it comes to business and personal accounting services. Kendall is ready to call the right plays to keep you compliant with the IRS and keep some of your hard-earned money in your pocket. So stop by his office on Main Street in Morgantown today.
Hail or storm damage to your car, broken glass, dents, scratches? Call Chad's Body Shop and Wreckers Service, LLC today. We can help you through the process of filing a claim, submitting your photos, estimate, and repairing your vehicle to pre-storm damages. Certified PDR professionals, lifetime warranty on repairs, and PPG paint. Locally owned and operated. Call Chad's today, 270-526-4005. That's 270-526-4005.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bears basketball action here on the road in Daviess County, taking on the Panthers. Right now, Bears trailing Daviess County 24-22 coming into this Chad's Body Shop and Wrecker Service second quarter of play. And a quick play right there as Moss tips the ball out of bounds. He's tasked with following Ty Price around. If you haven't noticed by the sounds of our voices or the video, very similar players in Moss and Price. As Price now tries to work it down to the baseline, the Castleton intercepted by the Panthers. Now up ahead to Moss. Moss on the drive, and Curtis Murphy is going to get called for a foul here. Going to try and make Moss earn it at the line. And that'll send Moss to the line for 2 shots. Once again, Daviess County leading 24-22, 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go here early in the Chad's Body Shop and Wrecker Service second quarter of play. Jonathan Moss averaging around 18 points per game, I believe, last time I checked, as he's good on his first free throw attempt. Had a monster first quarter, obviously. Not afraid to pull that 3 ball or have any contact down there in the lane. He's been a great player, giving us a lot of trouble for a few years now, as he's good on his second there. Good trip to the free throw line for him, as now Ty Price brings it back across for the Bears. Trying to find an answer, gets it over to Trevor Daviess at the top of the key. Daviess kind of sticking to that man-to-man defense. They get the switch now, Price back to Daviess. Daviess tries to drive baseline, has to work it way back up top to Ty Price. Ty Price down low to Briar Griffin on the elbow. He's going to pull it back outside, reset the play here. Sizing up Jonathan Moss, drives in, kicks it out to Murphy in the corner. Murphy takes a couple dribbles, works it back up top to Castle, who hands it off to Ty Price. Ty Price trying to drive in, just can't find any room, gets it in to Briar Griffin, who fires the mid-range jumper, no good, a little off balance there. Rebound into the hands of number 1, that's Brown for the Panthers. Brown brings it back across. Tries to work it to Moss, stolen by Briar Griffin. Now Briar Griffin on a one-on-one situation, goes up for 2, can't get the lay-in to go, rebound Moss. Moss now pushes the tempo for the Panthers. Panthers trying to extend, I believe, one of the largest leads of the game. Leading by 4 right now, it's Moss. Still has it, works it over in the wing to Watkins, who fires the 3 ball, no good. Rebound, though, into the hands of the Panthers. Back outside to Moss at the top of the key. He drives in, ball's tipped away. He gets it back down low to Varble, and Varble's going to get the easy lay-in bucket to go. Under the basket is now Ty Price. Will once again bring it across for the Bears. Price gets it over to Daviess, high on the wing. Daviess now trying to make a move on Watkins. Can't really find anything. Ball's tipped away. He gets it out to Justin Castle. Castle in the corner to Murphy. He catch and shoot 3 in the corner. In and out, no good by Murphy. Rebound number 12. That's Payne, I believe, his first minutes of the game. He gets over to Moss. Under 6 minutes to go now. Panthers lead the Bears 28-22, and we have a timeout taken by Daviess County. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Just talk about some things we're seeing. Brady, not a whole lot of action so far in the second quarter, but already we're seeing the Bears struggle a little bit on the offensive side, little communication issues, and a little late on the rotations on the defensive end too, where there's some things they can work on to get back to that form we saw in the first quarter.
Yeah, I know Ty Price is struggling just a little bit with that 2-man putting on him. And you're kind of seeing that just a little bit, but I tell you what you're also seeing. You're seeing that dynamic shift away from some of the shots that you've seen, the shooting patterns in the past, and you're seeing a lot more of the emphasis being put kind of on Trevor Daviess, on Curtis Murphy taking the shot. I like to see Curtis taking that shot that he took. It didn't fall, but they won't all fall. Well, but I do like to see it. I think Curtis is definitely one of our strongest shooters and something that you want to build for the Bears' future.
Exactly right. It's Kanan Vincent getting some minutes here for the Bears. We've seen him check in a couple times for the Bears lately trying to extend the rotations. Now Moss has it for the Panthers on the wing. Moss picked up by Vincent. He's going to fire a deep 3. No good. Rebound in the hands of Ty Price. Ty Price now trying to answer with some offense for the Bears here. Not able to get anything going in the second quarter yet as he drives in now, kicks it out to Trevor Daviess on the corner. Back to Ty Price in the corner. He fires the 3 ball. No good. Rebound. Chased down by number 1, Brown. And great job by him controlling that rebound as he gets it over to Moss. Moss now picked up by Justin Caston in the corner, giving a lot of trouble here. And they're going to get Justin Castle for a foul. He did throw his body into it a little bit there, but I love to see that aggressive defense really giving Moss some trouble so far. Some body bumping. Looks like some jawing going on here between players here. Refs obviously going to keep an eye. We knew that the Briar Griffin-Jonathan Moss matchup was going to be one that we see on the court, obviously, in between those two guys. Having some words throughout the game, you could say. So we'll keep an eye on that as it progresses. As now Watkins up top, picked up by Daviess, has the step on him, goes up for two, and Watkins taking on a couple of Bears there. He's going to draw a foul. We'll see who they get here. I believe it'll be on number 32, Kanan Vincent. He's his first. Teams haven't put it up there yet. Third or fourth of the quarter. As Watkins now takes a trip to the free throw line for the Panthers. First attempt is up. No good. 28-22, Bears trail here in Davis County to the Davis County Panthers. 5 minutes, 22 seconds to go if you're listening on the radio. In this Chad's Body Shop and Record Service, second quarter of play, and that was the third team foul. Watkins is good on his second. 29-22, Bears trail scoreless in this second quarter. As Ty Price now brings it across, he'll fire a quick three, early possession there, and that's going to hit nothing and go out of bounds. And Brady, like you said, those are kind of those shots that we've seen in the past, just really quick possessions. And right now, I like to see the Bears take their time, set up their offense, and really get high-quality shots. So as now Moss will bring it back across for the Panthers. Being followed by Briar Griffin. Bears sticking with that man-to-man defense. He gets it into Watkins, backing down to Deviess. Hands it off to Varble, stolen by Trevor Deviess. Trevor Deviess now pushing the tempo, gets it over to Ty Price on the wing. Ty Price loses it, but Castlin comes away with it.
Wow.
And it looks like an accidental alley-oop is good for Justin Castlin. What a play. And finally get some scoring on the board for the Bears. 29-24, Bears trail by 5 here as Moss now drives in, kicks it in the corner to number 12, who fires the three ball. He's no good. That's Payne. Rebound, Briar Griffin. Bears now with some momentum here. Would love to see a score out of him as Briar Griffin now hands it off to Trevor Deviess. Spin move, goes up for two, and a great two-man play there by Briar Griffin and Trevor Deviess. 29-26, Bears trying to fight their way back.
You know, you said it. This is exactly what we're looking for.
As now Moss hands it off to Payne on the wing. Payne trying to work it into Watkins. Watkins gets the step, but stolen by Justin Castlin, but his foot was on the line there. But either way, great job there by the Bears. Watkins very clearly had the move he wanted, but the Bears able to stop him as number 20, Ayer, checks back in.
You know, something I noticed, the Bears took a second there just in the last possession that the Panthers had, and took a second to talk to each other, clear up their minds, and their defense cleaned up a little bit as well. And that's what we're seeing is some of those smart possessions, not quick, as I'll let you get back to calling the ball game.
Brown's up top. He gets it over to Ayer. Ayer's given some trouble by Castlin, but he's able to recover. High on the wing, losing his dribble again. Now he's driving in, jump stop, and he's just going to lose his man, go for two, and get the easy basket to go there. Some miscommunication once again on the switches there from the Bears. Results in a Panther bucket, 31-26. Bears trail, Ty Price brings it across. Double team by Watkins, and Moss gets it down low to Justin Castlin. And he's going to draw the foul, and they're going to count it. I'm going to be honest, Brady, that whistle was blown way before that shot was up, but we will take the and one where we can get it. That was an NBA continuation foul there, as I believe that foul was on Ayer.
Case Hooten about to make the return.
Wondering who he's going to get here. And he's going to get Kanan Vincent. Castlin's basket is good, 31-28. He takes a trip to the final finish free throw line for one shot.
I like to see this extension into our bench a little bit, build up some of these players that we're going to see throughout next year and the next couple years in the Bears program.
As Castlin is good, so Bears now just trail by 2, 31-29, but Panthers have control of the basketball here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And Moss trying to hand it off to Payne, and they just meet ways there and end up with a turnover. Once again, just a miscommunication by the Panthers, a rare miscue. As now Bears with a chance to tie this game up. As Justin Castlin is up top. Gets over to Ty Price on the wing. Ty Price back to Castlin. Ball's on the ground. Recovered by Brown. Brown now on the fast break. Goes up for two. Blocked by Castlin with authority. Castlin and Hooten both chasing down there. And Justin Castlin with another great athletic play there with an insane block. He's had some great plays so far. Really pushing that momentum for the Bears. But nonetheless, it stays with the Panthers. Moss inbounding, just throws it up to Watkins. Watkins trying to find some room, goes up for They're going to get him for a walk. Both refs blew the whistle, one on the baseline, one at a foul, but the other one's going to take precedent here and get him for the walk. As Curtis Murphy checks in, Justin Castle going to take a break on the bench. He's put some great minutes in for the Bears. Like we said, Brady, he's really taken on that scoring load that we're missing from Lawson Rice. Him and Briar Griffin both. They're really coming to their own on the offensive side of the ball. Been a big help this season as now Ty Price brings it back across for the Bears. Ty Price over to Case Hooten. In the corner to Curtis Murphy. Jab step back out to Case Hooten at the top of the key. He gets it over to Briar Griffin high on the wing. Briar Griffin directing traffic here. Daviess kind of sticking with that man-to-man defense. It's Brown picking up Briar Griffin, waiting to make his move here. Briar Griffin trying to draw a foul, I believe. Gets a screen from Ty Price. Can't decide really where to go with it. Briar Griffin hands it off to Curtis Murphy. Back to Ty Price at the logo. Ty Price doubled once again, trying to get it to Curtis Murphy. Just out of his reach in the hands of Watkins. Watkins now on the fast break, goes up for two, and he gets the easy lay-in to go with the Euro step. 33-29 now, Bears trail by 4. Briar Griffin brings it back across. Briar Griffin over to Trevor Daviess at the top of the key, and he's going to fire the 3-ball, no good. Rebound, Varble gets over to Moss. And Moss will walk it up for the Panthers. Moss now picked up by Hooten on the wing. As he drives baseline, kicks it outside to Brown. Brown over to Payne. Payne loses it into the hands of Brown, though. Bears with some quick hands right now as Brown drives in, goes up for two, and a great lay-in by the senior Jackson Brown. And he's going to get an and one to go. That brings your score 35-29. Bears once again falling behind by 6 points. As they will have that huddle again, Brady, having some conversations as Curtis Murphy will have a seat. Justin Castlin returns.
Murphy was the one that picked up the foul there.
Team's 4th foul of this quarter. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in the Chad's Body Shop and Record Service, 2nd quarter of play. And Brown is good on the and one. So 36-29. Ty Price brings it back across. Bears trailing right now in Davis County. And Ty Price letting the play set up here. Gets it to Trevor Daviess on the wing. He hands it back off to Ty Price. Ty Price runs into a wall of De'Aaron Watkins. Now drives baseline, kicks it over to Hooten in the corner. He fires the 3-ball, and he gets it to go. Trace the crab, Hooten with a huge 3-point basket, getting the crowd on their feet. 36-32. The Bears now trying to jump the ball carrier here as they get it into Payne. Payne goes up for two, no good. Rebound, Watkins. Watkins up for two, and he's going to clean up that one on the offensive boards for the Panthers. 38-32. Now Case Hooten on the other side all by himself, and he gets the lefty lay-in to go. Case Hooten with a quick 5 points, keeping the Bears within striking distance. 38-34. Bears still trailing by 4 here, approaching the minute mark in the Chad's Body Shop and Record Service, 2nd quarter play. And the Bears now, interesting play here. They're sticking with that man-to-man defense, but they're putting a jumper on whoever brings the ball across there, and that time it's going to result in a Briar Griffin foul and should send Jonathan Moss to the free throw line. I would assume that's not the guy we want to send to the free throw line and give 3 opportunities, but the Bears bringing a little more aggressive defense to try to create more turnovers and scoring opportunities.
I know that's not the guy you want to see. It's just a guaranteed bucket right here. And, well.
And it's good. Brady trying to pull out the Downser jinx.
I did try. But you know what they say? 2 in a row is guaranteed here. If it doesn't work, I won't do it again, I promise.
Moss here, 2nd free throw attempt is also good. I don't think he's really listening to you down there.
He probably can't hear me.
40-34. Bears still trailing. Ty Price brings it across, gets it over to Castlin. He's going to hand it off to Briar Griffin on the wing. He gets it to Trevor Daviess, who works it to Justin Castlin in the mid-range area, posting up Watkins, hands it off to Ty Price. Ty Price trying to slip under Watkins, and that's just going to go off his leg there. Just another miscue. A couple of those by the Bears tonight, costing them a couple possessions. A couple turnovers in the stat sheets. And now we're under a minute to play here. Wouldn't surprise me if Davis County takes their time, tries to get this last shot as Moss brings it across, gets it to Brown. Brown drives in, never mind, gets it to Varble, who has a great look under the basket. No good. Rebound, though. Trevor Daviess, great job setting those feet, boxing out and getting that rebound. As now Briar Griffin brings it back to the top of the key. Ball's tipped by Brown. Varble able to dive on it. He gets it to Moss. And yet another turnover by the Bears. Moss now trying to put the dribble moves on Ty Price. Like we said, this is a marquee matchup here between these two guys. As Moss still has it, drives all the way to the baseline, kicks it outside to Brown up top for the 3-ball, and hit a huge 3-ball for the Davis County Panthers. 14 seconds to go here. Ty Price already on the other side of the court. Gets it down low to Hooten, outside to Trevor Daviess, who drives baseline. Finds Briar Griffin on the cutter, loses it into the hands of Trevor Daviess, who goes up for 2. No good, but foul on Watkins. with only 4 seconds remaining on the clock.
Number 24, De'Aaron Watkins, that's his first team.
That was just Watkins' first foul, coming late in this Chad's Body Shop and Record Service. Second quarter of play, and Trevor Daviess with a chance to cut into this lead at the free throw, the final finish free throw line, I should say. And no good on the first, 43-34. Bears trailing if you're just joining us. And right now the Bears just really struggling on both ends of the floor, having a couple miscues on the offensive side, resulting in turnovers, but Trevor Daviess is good on that free throw attempt. So 43-35, 4 seconds here. Moss gets it. He's going to fire a 3-ball from about midcourt. It's close, but no good. That's going to bring your first half to a close. 43-35 is your score right now. We're going to take a break, add up some stats, come back with a little bit of a halftime show, and give you some of that scoring. So keep it right here on 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ.
Delta Faucet Company in Morgantown knows about teamwork. Our team takes pride in manufacturing the best faucets and plumbing fixtures for one of the world's most recognized and trusted brands. Delta Faucet has a long relationship with Morgantown and Butler County and feels that one of the company's biggest assets is the committed, dedicated workforce from Butler County. Visit DeltaFaucetCompany.com to apply. Delta is proud to support the sports teams and students of Butler County and proud to be located in Morgantown. For more than 50 years, the Farm Boy has been a staple of the Morgantown community. Not only is it the premier spot for down-home country cooking, but it's the best place to catch up on all the local happenings with good friends and family. Daily specials are always available, including all-you-can-eat Catfish Fridays. If you're looking for the best down-home country-style meal this side of the Green River, visit the Farm Boy today. Located at 635 West G.L. Smith Street in Morgantown. The Farm Boy is now open on Sundays from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute. Visit Hawker Family Insurance in Morgantown, Kentucky today at www.hawkerins.com.
Looking for climate-controlled storage units? We've got you covered. Protect your valuables by letting everything sit in a nice temperature-controlled area. Several sizes to choose from, all protected by the latest cameras, keyless entry, loading dock with ramp for easy loading and unloading. Located at 107 North Main Street in Morgantown. Call us today at 270-999-0426 to reserve yours today before they fill up. Or come by Parkway Cars and Tires and talk to Terrell.
The way Bill sees it, people who say a car is just for getting from point A to point B are missing the point entirely. Because for Bill, his car is a reflection of his personality. That's why he takes such good care of that car. And he has Kentucky Farm Bureau take care of his insurance. Because we're not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau, we're Bill's pride and joy Farm Bureau. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Your State Farm Insurance agent, Baker Gardner, is ready for another season of VCHS Sports. Baker is also ready to help you with insurance for your home, car, or life. Affordable, reliable insurance from State Farm is backed by one of America's most trusted names, with hometown service always just a phone call away. Good luck, Bears, and remember, like a good neighbor, Baker Gardner is there. Give Baker Gardner and his staff a visit at 219 South Main Street in front of the post office, or give them a call at 270-526-5582.
Before you cheer on your Bears, stop by your hometown IGA to get everything you need from an assortment of favorite chips, drinks, and a great selection of meat items, including IGA Choice Angus Beef and an array of your favorite brands of hot dogs and brats. You'll find it all and much more at IGA. Located on South Main Street in Morgantown. Go Bears!
When you have vending needs, you need to call Double E Vending. They're family-owned and locally owned, full-service vending company. They established themselves in 1972 to offer their vending services to the community. Whatever vending service is required, Double E has a full line to cover anything you could want. Give them a call at 270-791-5414 to see how they can service you today. 270-791-5414.
Double E wants to thank their customers for using them for the last 50 years.
Tired of all the same old fast food here in Morgantown? Then it's time for something fresh. Cruise on over to Dairy Queen in Beaver Dam and order up a flame-broiled burger or a crispy chicken finger basket. And for dessert, how about an old-fashioned ice-cold blizzard? Dairy Queen is only minutes away next to the high school in Beaver Dam, and they're ready to offer you delicious breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Dairy Queen of Beaver Dam loves their Butler County customers and look forward to serving you today.
It's hoop season, and it's time to get out and support your Bears and Lady Bears. Warren RECC was started right here in South Central Kentucky and is still run by local folks you know and trust. That's the cooperative difference. We're proud of our hometown roots and our hometown team, and we're honored to support our local athletes. To learn more about Warren RECC, visit WRECC.com.
Looking for something to give you that pick-me-up in the morning? What about a filling dinner? You should head to Hardee's in Morgantown. They have everything you need when it comes to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have fluffy biscuits, crunchy hash browns, mouth-watering burgers, tacos, burritos, fried chicken tenders, ice cream, and many more delicious items. You can have a great dinner before cheering on the sports teams of Butler County. Their friendly and talented staff will make sure your order is fresh and filling. Located on Veterans Way, Hardee's, where the food's the star.
Jan, Marty, Missy, and the Jones Funeral Chapel and Monument staff are proud to serve the Butler County sports teams. They want to help you the best way they can during your time of loss. They also want to be there during the good times as well, like cheering on the multiple sports programs the Butler County High School has to offer. Jones Funeral Chapel and Monuments, our family serving yours.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Panther Nest, Panther Cave, Panther
Den.
Panther
The Panther
area?
Tree.
The Panther Tree. That's kind of what I was thinking, but
Welcome back to Daviess County High School.
Daviess County High School Bears
In the
taking on the
gym.
Panthers. Bears trailing at halftime here, 43-35. We got some scoring to go over. I believe Maggie Childers is going to give that for us. Go ahead and give us a scoring breakdown for both squads.
For your Butler County Bears, Todd Price with 8 points, Justin Caslin with 9 points, Trevor DeWeese with 6 points, Briar Griffin with 4 points, Case Hooten with 5 points, and Curtis Murphy with 3 points for a total of 35 points for your Bears. Moving on to the Daviess County Panthers, Jackson Brown with 6 points, Joe with Variable with 4 points, Ayer with 2 points, Moss with 17 points, and Watkins with 14 points for a total of 43 points for the Panthers.
You know,
oh, no, go ahead, Brady.
Something different that we're seeing, you know, Ty Price kind of struggling so far, and I tell you what, who's doing a good job at keeping him at bay, number 11, Jonathan Moss, guarding him for most of the second quarter, I think most of this game. But I think the story tonight so far is turnovers. And somebody caught me there as I was getting my Diet Coke for the evening. I believe, now this is an unofficial stat that I'm about to share, so here's your disclaimer. Anything that I'm about to say might just be completely wrong. But I believe that Daviess County has capitalized completely on every turnover that the Bears have made, scoring on that possession. So, once again, unofficial stat there. But and that's just kind of the story of what we've seen. You know, we've probably seen, I don't want to put a number on turnovers. They've been on both sides of the court, but kind of they've definitely not been in favor of the Bears. But that's something that we're going to have to limit going into this second half. And the way to do that is just making those smart passes, not moving too quick. This 8-point deficit that we're looking at, it shouldn't look so daunting knowing we've got 2 quarters. We don't need to be in such a rush that we're making those, forced errors.
Well, 8 points in high school basketball is a lot different than, college or NBA level deficit. 8 points is nothing, to be like, oh, that's not a small deficit, Brady.
8 points is one momentum shift.
Yes, but that also means that every possession has to count for the Bears. I really like the way you put that, Brady. We've had a couple possessions down where, we just jack up the first 3-pointer we see. And it's really, giving Daviess County a lot of momentum shifters whenever we come up empty like that on numerous possessions down the court. But Brady, just something that I'm noticing is, assuming we had Lawson Rice last year, obviously, and if you compare those two teams, us with Lawson Rice and this team, almost identical play styles, almost identical players. Moss playing that shifty short point guard, bringing it down the court, not afraid to shoot from anywhere, and that big guy in Watkins, playing that Lawson Rice role and that Ty Price role with a great supporting cast behind them. So that's why these two teams play so well against each other, because when you look in a mirror, they're really about as similar teams as you're going to see. And these are, we haven't said it yet, but I believe the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the region. So obviously a chip on each team's shoulder, really out here to prove something. That's why we've seen the intensity we had.
That's right.
We've seen a lot of jawing going on between players, which is something, we expected. We expected this to be a close game and one that had a lot of emotion attached to it. But I think you're exactly right, Brady. I think it comes down to turnovers and the Bears keeping the ball out of the hands of the Panthers for as long as possible.
And, it's one thing that can be said is you love to see a region, or at least I do, that is highly competitive like this. It leads to better basketball games.
Yes.
It leads to just more enjoyment on all ends. And I think if you ask, any of the players on this court, they enjoy playing against people that they feel competitive with, and it's something to be said that the Bears coming into this season were good, and then realized that we're going to have to make adjustments for some of these injuries, and when you play against people you don't feel like you're really competitive with, you almost get complacent leading into the end of the season. So it's something that the Bears are on their toes, playing great basketball. But they're just trying to adjust to some of these changes throughout the season, and I think they're doing a good job so far. But today, watching those turnovers, as we get in to this third quarter of play, brought to you by the Essentials Insurance Group. Watkins over to Moss, back to Watkins, back to Moss up top. They're going to put 2 on Moss for this portion of the game. Sends it out to number 10 for the three-point shot. Watkins pulling down that rebound, firing it out to the wing. That's Moss going to fake out the foul. He may have been fouled, but just my particular position, once again, my 20/20 vision there, seeing what the refs see. Fouls on Griffin, his second. They're not posting fouls, so I'm having to watch the hands of the refs as Moss fires off the 3 far from the wing, and it's going to fall. Let me tell you, that was a good shot. 46-35. Bears coming the other way. Price going to drive it in and find Daviess out on the opposite corner. Daviess goes in, sends it out to Hooten. Hooten over to Castlin, over to Griffin. He's going to drive in, send it back to Hooten in the corner. Out to Griffin on the wing. Facing off against Jonathan Moss. He's going to bring it up to the logo. Find Castlin there on the free throw line. Send it out to Price on the wing for 3, and it's good. Kentucky Farm Bureau three-point play. 46-38 is your score. Panthers in the lead. Moss coming the other way. Oh, hello. Moss sends it over to number 20, Ayer. He's going to drive it in, send it over to Varble. Varble's going to put it in. Looks like there's going to be a foul on that shot. And there is. Fouls on number 5, Case Hooten. As Varble's going to take his and one shot. 48-38. Make it 49-38. Panthers in the lead. The biggest lead of the game, 11 points. Bears coming the other way. Price going to fire the logo 3. No good. Moss coming away with the rebound. Bears looking to try to tie it up. Moss breaks away, fires it ahead to Watkins. Watkins stepping all around, sends it out to Ayer for 3. Not what you want to see here. 52-38. Bears going to have to take a timeout here. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. We'll talk a little bit about what we're seeing at the start of this third quarter. The Panthers are in control of the momentum here as we're seeing them make some good shots, but they're also seeing the Bears struggle just a little bit on the offensive end and a little bit on this defensive end. I know Moss Moss and Ayer both putting up 2 really good shots there. And we're just seeing the Bears trying to come together and get an idea of what this game's going to look like going forward.
And Brady, those are the kind of shots that you want those players like Ayer and Varble obviously taking those shots. Not really the number 1 guys, but whenever they do end up making those shots, it's a big momentum shifter for the opposite team. And, it really is something you're not expecting them to make those kinds of shots. But that's what kind of happens in this, small town environment, in this, especially our region. Those shots like that are very big momentum shifters. We see it all the time when Case Hooten gets a bucket, you know, a fan favorite. That's a big momentum shifter for us as well. So those are just kind of some things you see whenever you play these regional opponents.
Price gets it over to Castle. Back to Price. Over to Daviess. Into Hooten. Out towards the corner. Ahead to Price. Over to Castle on the opposite wing. Castle, long pass over to Price. Back to Castle. Over to Griffin in the corner for three. Blocked. They're going to tee him up.
I believe Varble believed the ref was out of earshot. Obviously, some words exchanged after his block. And I believe that's a safety call, Brady. Obviously, we know there's drawing on a basketball court. That's just what it is. But when you start hearing it too much over and over again, you got to assume someone's going to get heated in the, you know, the flood of emotion. So the ref's obviously doing a protection call there with that technical.
That's right. And I think what was called is the celebration over the block. I think that's what he got called there for. Just a little bit excessive. And, you know, you see that kind of thing from time to time.
Ty Price good on both of the technical foul free throws.
52-40. Bears possession. Griffin on the wing gets it up top. Trevor Daviess going to take a second for Price. Bears slowing down a little bit, being a little more selective on their passes. Castlin has an eye at the shot for three. No good. Rebound controlled by Griffin. Ooh, sends it out to Price. Price takes a nice look at it, thinks about it, gives it back to Castlin, and gives it over to Price and just going to hand it off to Moss. So he's driving the baseline. He likes that little baseline drive.
And he steps on the line there. Defense from the Daviess County Panthers side of things, flipping down to, I believe, a 2-3, 3-2 zone. Really giving the Bears some trouble on the last possession. We'll see if they adjust. It looks like Daviess County now going back to the man-to-man defense.
Castlin got it on the wing. Hands off to Ty Price. He fires the three. No good. Rebound controlled by Moss. Moss ahead to Brown. Brown going to try to go for the layup. They're going to catch a foul on the floor. I'm going to say it's on Brown there where Brown inadvertently found Ayer on the baseline. I don't think he passed it. I think it got smacked out of his hand.
Foul was called on Ty Price.
Panthers get it in to Varble. Varble hands it off to Moss. He's going to eye that three, fire the shot, no good. Rebound batted around, controlled by the Bears. Briar Griffin coming the other way. He's going to drive it in, lose it. They're going to catch Brown, I believe, here on the foul. Seeing a little bit less, some of the bumping go uncalled. So the refs are trying to kind of rein in some of this physicality.
And that's just a good play, Brady. We saw that, especially the end of that first half, get a little bit more physical. So the refs really trying to take control and, above all else, keep these players safe.
First shot for Griffin up, no good. Hooten taking a seat. Murphy coming back. Tell you what, I'd love a good Curtis Murphy three-point snipe about now. 52-41. Second shot for Griffin was good. Moss coming the other way. Moss hands it off to Ayer. Ayer back to Moss. Into Watkin in the paint. He's going to put it up and be fouled. I think it's going to be Murphy's third. 54-41.
I believe they said his fourth over the PA system.
Wow.
It's his fourth.
So, obviously, and Calvin Dockery's going to leave him in there. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Hooten or Vincent return off the bench soon for Murphy.
Shots up, no good. Bears control the rebound. Castlin going to drive it in for the layup. No good.
I mean, we'll take the whistle, Brady, but that was a very late call. The rebound was already in the hands. They were already looking to go into transition, but we are going to draw the foul here.
That's Varble's third. Castlin at the final finish free throw line. You brought it up earlier about the zone, seeing that 2-3-3-2. And, as I've kind of noticed throughout the season, there's a lot of times that a very effective zone is something that the Bears struggle with when they're facing it on the offensive side. And, that's something that we see out of a lot of these intensive defensive teams. And so it's definitely something that you kind of start to notice a pattern as Justin Castle's second shot is up and good. 54-42, Panthers in the lead. Ayer coming the other way. Hands it off to Moss. Moss tries to find Watkins. Watkins reins it in, gets it out to Ayer, fakes it, runs the baseline, sends it out to, is that Brown? I can't see.
Payne.
That's Payne for three, and it's good. Tell you what, the shots are falling for Daviess County. 57-42, 15-point lead. Price going to run it in, probably take another shot. Price is going to fly out of bounds. Moss coming away with the ball. Puts it up for two, no good. Rebound all over the floor. Justin Castle coming away with it. Finds Ty Price. Price going to fire the three-point shot, no good. Curtis Murphy tries to come down with it, stolen by Ayer. Ayer sends it ahead to Moss. Moss over to Ayer. Ayer tries to send it over to Moss. They're going to catch Briar Griffin with the foul here. Hearing a lot of Bear faithful give their opinion to the.
Briar Griffin's third foul, so obviously foul trouble beginning to become an issue here. That's going to be already put Daviess County in the bonus.
Which will reset for the fourth quarter. Something I've come to like.
I do. An interesting rule change at first, but I've become used to it.
You know, I think we talked about that right when it first happened as Moss's first shot is up and in. Something we were a little hesitant about in the beginning. I like it right now. Second shot. Up and in, 59-42. As Panthers are pulling away a little bit. Price gives it over to Castlin. Castlin into Price on the baseline, out to Murphy, corner. Murphy finds Griffin up top. Griffin going to try to drive it in for the layup. Finds it, as hopefully that's the break of the scoring drought, 59-44. Panthers get over to Ayer. I've seen a lot of steps there, but I can't see the ball. Ayer sends it out to Watkins. He's got to look at the three, and I think he's 2 for 2 on the night.
Watkins.
62-44.
Historically, he's also made us pay from that three-point line when we give him those open looks.
Price struggling against Moss, going to lose it to Ayer. Ayer finds Moss in the logo. Sends it out to Payne for three, no good. Rebound batted around. Murphy going to track it down. Gives it over to Griffin. Griffin, there it in, get the foul. Foul looks like it's going to be on Watkins. No, it's going to be on number 1, Jackson Brown, the senior, his third foul, team's fourth. Griffin at the line to shoot 2. 62-44. First shot's up. It's in.
Brady, right now, Bears just really struggling from the field, not really getting anything to go. Bears got to find a way to get this lid off the basket, whether that be from three-point land or it be from coming inside. Bears got to find something on offense.
I tell you what, if we shoot 20 free throws and make them all, I'll take that.
That's it.
Those two are good. 62-46. The pass almost stolen by Price. Great look ahead there as they find Ayer. He's going to take it over to the baseline and out to Moss. What am I going to see here?
I think there was a push. No. Timeout.
A 30-second timeout.
Going to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here.
Daviess County High School VIP game. Tonight's VIP served 2 steps.
I'm listening to the PA system, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know
30-second
what's going on there.
They're giving away some kind of award here, I believe, similar to the Fan of the Week.
Well, I'll tell you what, Panthers kind of pulling away with this, right around a 16, 18-point lead. And you kind of said it accurately, Jonah, just our shots, they're not falling. You see it, it happens. We've got a lot of great shooters on our team, and we've seen a lot of great offensive moves, but the Bears just struggling a little bit in this third quarter, and we're going to look for some adjustments coming out of this timeout.
Well, and the Bears, too, really struggling on the defensive side to get any sort of consistent stops. I mean, if Daviess County isn't scoring multiple times in a row, they're scoring on the next possession, and that's really biting the Bears in the butt right now. We'll see if they can find a way to stop this offense.
Moss almost loses it to Ty Price, gets it into Air out to Watkins. He's going to fire that three again. Thought he was going 3 for 3 as Justin Casson brings it down for the Bears. Griffin coming the other way. Drive in. They're hitting a wall of defense right now. Sends it out to Price. Price and Daviess. Daviess out to Griffin. Going to run baseline, put it up for 2. No good. Swatted all around. I tell you what, it just orbited that rim like a planet. It's Moss.
And Watkins pulling down yet another rebound. He's really controlled the boards well for the Panthers.
For the Air to Payne. Payne hands it back off to Moss at the top. Back out to Payne on the wing. Ooh, got a little bit of a smack there from Griffin. Moss almost loses it, sends it over to Air. Air into Varble. Varble back out to Payne. Payne out to Moss. He's got a good look at the three, and it's good. 65-46. You give Moss the look, he's going to pull it down. As they get it ahead to Casson. Casson's got to look at the three. Contested, and it falls into the hands of Watkins. Panthers bring it back the other way. Moss fires it way out to Air. Air going to lose it. Panthers doing a good job at limiting turnovers here in the third quarter. Bears still struggling just a little bit.
Bears really need a point on this possession, but really still like them to see them run down this clock and take the last shot, but really don't want to make that lead any worse. It's a great cut
catches
by Ty Price.
The cut.
As no one saw it because I was late on the camera, I do apologize.
Moss tries to find Air. Another forced error there. Another forced error. Hey, it's funny because the other one was to Air as well. Price coming the other way, and he's going to run it in. Find Curtis Murphy in the corner. He's got the look. It's good. Kentucky Farm Bureau three-point shot there. 65-51. It's Moss. Taking his time, tries to find Brown. Does. Finds Varble for the block shot. It's good. 67-51. Price coming the other way. He's going to fire the long three. No good. Rebound controlled by the Panthers. Panthers need to fire it up now, and they do, and it's no good. 67-51, 16-point deficit. Bears looking to overcome in the fourth quarter. Keep it here on the Q101.5, 103.5. This ball game is not over.
Delta Faucet Company in Morgantown knows about teamwork. Our team takes pride in manufacturing the best faucets and plumbing fixtures for one of the world's most recognized and trusted brands. Delta Faucet has a long relationship with Morgantown and Butler County and feels that one of the company's biggest assets is the committed, dedicated workforce from Butler County. Visit DeltaFaucetCompany.com to apply. Delta is proud to support the sports teams and students of Butler County and proud to be located in Morgantown. The athletes aren't the only stars in the Butler County school system. Butler County students excel at everything from bridge building to building rockets. Our bands and choirs are consistently some of the best in the entire state. Graduates from our Advanced Technology Center are ready to join the workforce with in-demand skills. And scholarship awards are at an all-time high for BCHS graduates. The Butler County Board of Education is proud of our students, on and off the field, and reminds you that they're committed to success, one student at a time.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Panther Tree here in Daviess County. Bears trailing significantly here, 16-point deficit. Going to need a miracle here in this fourth quarter play. 67-51. Bears start with possession here in the Butler County Board of Education fourth quarter play. Murphy's got it. He fires a three ball from the corner. And one of Brady's favorite players knocks down another three ball.
He is.
Jonathan Moss now going to bring it across, still being followed around by Briar Griffin. Tough assignment for Griffin tonight as Moss works it way down low to Varble, and another wonky pass forcing yet another turnover. Go ahead, sorry.
No, that's all right. We've talked about it, and Moss has just forced 3 of those passes, I believe, in a row on possessions.
That is correct. As now the Bears trying to take advantage of that, as now Briar Griffin has it driving in. He's going to take a mid-range jumper over Moss. Not a very high percentage look there as Varble comes away with it. And he's going to get it over to Ayer, who will bring it across this time for the Panthers. Ayer hands it off to Moss. Moss works it to Ayer. Great cut. And Curtis Murphy with that help defense a little late on the rotation, and it's going to cause him to pick up a foul here.
I'm seeing
a lot of late whistles, Brady.
I was about to say the same thing.
I know that's where you were going, because there have been a couple tonight, especially on the baseline on shots like that. And that is Curtis Murphy's 5th foul, so he will have a seat for the rest of the game, which is really a tough loss for the Bears, because he's had one of the hotter hands tonight. Would come in handy down the stretch, but he will have to have a seat on the bench. As that is Ayer at the line for 2. For the Panthers, no good. Ball don't lie.
I tell you what, you said it right. Curtis Murphy, one of my favorite players to watch. I tell you, and here's why. I would say one of our strongest young shooters, but his shot selection, I believe, is just very good. And he'll say that there's times that, he can take a shot, but he chooses not to.
And Ayer's good on the second, so 68-54. Panthers lead. Bears now with it. Ty Price on the wing. Jab, step, drive. Hands it off to Daviess. Back to Price on the wing. Fires the deep 3 once again. Bears just not taking those high percentage looks, as Brown now brings it back across. Finds Varble under the basket. Varble up for 2, no good. Rebound Watkins, though, and Watkins is going to get fouled by Daviess. And you could say that's all ball, but either way, they see that hand go over the body, usually they're going to call it. Sends Watkins to the line for 2. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to play here in the Butler County Board of Education 4th quarter of play. De'Aaron Watkins having a pretty solid game tonight, and he's good on his first. And Brady, we're just seeing the Bears, we haven't really harped on it a whole lot, but the rebounding, like we said, we knew it was going to be a struggle this season, but especially in this game, Bears really struggling on the boards. As Watkins no good on the second, so 69-54.
Well, and we're seeing Daviess County capitalize on those second chance opportunities.
Briar Griffin fast break, fires it out to Ty Price for the Kentucky Farm Bureau 3, and he gets it to go. 69-57. Bears trying their best to get back into this one. Hooten following Ayer as he tries to get across, causing some trouble. As Ayer gets a screen from Watkins. Ayer tries to get it down to Varble, and Justin Catchison just not able to stop his momentum there. Runs into Varble. That'll be just a foul on Justin Castle. His 3rd foul, team's 3rd of the quarter. A lot of foul trouble right now running through that Bears team. We'll see how they handle that down the stretch. Approaching the 6-minute mark, 69-57. Bears trailing by 12 here in Daviess County to the Panthers, and Moss has it. Obviously the #1 offensive threat, and he's going to get caught up in a trap here, and that's going to be a full timeout taken by the Panthers. We're going to take a quick one with them. Keep it right here on 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ.
Final Finish is the area leader for powder and ceramic coatings. Powder coating looks like paint, but acts like armor, comes in any color, and can be applied to any metal or high wear surface. Final Finish's ceramic coatings stand up to high temperatures and provide protection against tarnish and rust on engine parts, exhaust systems, and more. Plus, newly added capacity means quick turnaround times for your project. Visit FinalFinishUSA.com to learn more, or call Final Finish today to discuss your project at 270-526-4856.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Daviess County. Panthers leading the Bears 69-57. Coming back in a little early from this timeout. Just want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. We appreciate all of them, all of our faithful listeners. And I believe Brady has a quick list here if he can get it off.
State Farm Agent Baker Gardner, Parkway Cars and Tires, Double E Vending, Hardee's in Morgantown, Smith Funeral Home, Butler County Library, Hawker Insurance, Embry & Watts CPA, Jones Funeral Chapel, Jackson Chiropractor, Bourne RECC, and we'll cover all of those again a little slower where you can understand it.
And we appreciate all the Bears faithful out here. We've seen some pretty cool people out here, some of the football team members. I believe a swole-bodied figure, I believe is what I'm supposed to say out here as well. As we're back in the action now as Watkins trying to receive the pass that gets into the hands of Moss. He finally gets it outside to Ayer, and Ayer's going to slow this down for the Panthers. Coming out of this timeout, I guarantee you the Panthers are going to try and burn as much clock as possible here. Ayer now on the wing, gets it over to Moss. Moss picked up by Griffin. Moss gets a screen from Watkins. Gets the switch. He drives in. Help defense by Castleton's not enough, and Moss gets the easy lane to go there. Great pick and roll by Watkins and Moss. Griffin now out to Justin Castleton, who drives in, goes up for two, and is blocked by Varble. No foul call. Moss comes away with it. Gets over to Ayer, back to Moss. Castleton trailing the play here, leaves Varble wide open. Varble under the basket, and he's going to be tipped away by Castleton into the hands of Hooten. Hooten, I believe, picked up his dribble, has to get it over to Price.
Castleton took quite a hard fall, but did a great job getting back, shutting down.
And Ty Price, no good on the lay-in there. Like I said, just an off night for the Bears as far as shooting is concerned. Not the night to have it either. 71-57 Bears with a huge deficit here under 5 minutes to go. Ayer now with a floater, and it's good. And guys, it's going to take a miracle for the Bears to come back from this deficit. As Ty Price now brings it across, drives in, goes up for two. He can't get it to go, but it will send him to the final finish free throw line. Fouls on Ayer, his fourth, team's first of the quarter. For those wondering, Kentucky did pull out the victory against Texas A&M, another ranked win for the Wildcats.
What was the score?
81-69. Kentucky with looking pretty good this season, Brady.
I like
and that's coming from a Louisville fan.
Well, I
Go
know.
Bears.
One game I take you to. Kentucky and Louisville, what do? You wear red.
And Ty Price is good on his first free throw attempt. 73-58, 4 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in Davis County.
It's a miracle we made it out of that game alive.
In the Butler County Board of Education fourth quarter of play. Ty Price's second attempt is up, and it is also good. So 73-59, Bears going to have a flurry of offense and a flurry of stops if they want to come back in this one, as Watkins receives the inbound pass, gets it ahead to Moss. Moss gets his pass tipped, goes up for two on the wing or on the baseline. And I believe if Castleton had hit the deck there, he may have drawn a charge, but instead they're going to get him for a blocking foul. And that'll send Jonathan Moss back to the line. And that's Castleton's fourth foul. That would be another huge loss for the Bears. And that is also the team's fourth foul. So the Davis County Panthers will shoot the bonus for the rest of this quarter and this game, more than likely. Moss's first attempt is up, and it is good. Once again, if you're just joining us, 74-59. Bears trail the Davis County Panthers in Davis County. Regional opponent.
By 15.
4 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the Butler County Board of Education. Fourth quarter play, Moss is no good on his second free throw attempt, but Varble comes away with it out to Moss. Gets it up top to Brown. Brown over to Ayer. Ayer back to Brown. Brown trying to put the dribble moves on Hooten. Can't find anything. Gets it out to Varble, up top to Moss. Moss drives in, kicks it outside to Ayer. He fires the three ball, no good. And there's just some bodies bumping down there, and Brown's going to pick up a foul here. No, excuse me. Varble, it should be his fourth, I believe.
Yes.
He's been a real trendsetter on the defensive side. He's caused a lot of anxiousness from the Bears, I guess you could say, on the defensive side of the ball. As now Castleton has it at the top of the key. Gets over to Trevor Daviess in the corner to Briar Griffin, who gets a screen from Daviess. Griffin now goes up against three Panthers, and once again, Brady, just not the shot selection we're looking for late in this matchup. As now Moss drives in, goes up for two, and Moss knifing through the defense. This Moss, Jonathan Moss, has given us trouble for many years, Brady, and he's really flourishing into a great player. As Ty Price now brings it back across, picked up by Moss. Ty Price trying to put the moves on him, gets it over to Hooten. Hooten gets Watkins jumping, gets it back out to Ty Price in the corner. Price up for three and gets the Kentucky Farm Bureau three-pointer to go. Assist Case Hooten. They count that as a three? They did. That's a full timeout taken by Butler County. 76-62, Bears trail. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. We're going to take a quick break. Keep it right here on WLBQ.
Morgantown Bank and Trust knows what being on the home team is all about. Since 1880, Morgantown Bank and Trust has been serving the people of Butler County. And since 1976, we've been a part of every WLBQ broadcast of Butler County High School athletics. As your only home-owned independent bank, we want to be a pillar of the community. And we work hard every day to give you exceptional professional service from people you know and trust. Good luck, Bears, from Morgantown Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Daviess County as the Bears trail the Panthers 76-62 here in the fourth quarter.
Speaking of scores, Brady, anybody wondering, Louisville Cardinals bringing home a W as well, 85-61, excuse me, against the Syracuse Orange.
Well, you know, I will say I have a little bit of newfound respect for their new coach. I think he's a pretty okay coach.
Well, that's the last we're going to mention of college basketball here. We're here in the Butler County Board of Education fourth quarter play. 3 minutes, 36 seconds to go. Bears trailing by 14, 76-62, and the Panthers inbound it to Moss. Moss picked up by Hooten. Bears bringing a full court press. Hasn't served them well in this game. Has resulted in a lot of quick buckets for the Panthers as now Moss once again works it across. Gets it across to Brown. Brown, pass stolen by Ty Price. Ty Price has numbers, but he'll just take the spot-up jumper. Rebound, Trevor Daviess, and he gets the tip to go. Bears cutting into that lead, need another stop just like that one as Briar Griffin gets the steal on Moss. And some life out of the Bears in these last 3 minutes. Only a 12-point game, don't count them out yet. 76-64 Bears in a must-score situation here. Ty Price under his own basket. He's going to lob it up top on the wing to Briar Griffin, an inbound play we've seen often. He gets the handoff to Ty Price, works beautifully, but can't get the shot to go. Rebound into the hands of Briar Griffin, however. Griffin, one dribble, goes up for two, blocked, but he draws the foul. We'll see who it's on. I'm not saying I'm wishful thinking here, but it is on Varble. That's going to be his fifth. All right, Griffin shaken up. Took a shot there. As Payne returns to the game for Varble, who will have a seat. And Briar Griffin just taking his time here, making his way to the free throw line here. Looks like an arm injury maybe. He's holding his left arm. But I would be willing to bet not only does he shoot these free throws, Brady, but he does stay in the game. A very tough player. So glad we got Briar Griffin back last year, and he's been a great asset for us. He's now at the final finish free throw line. He's ready to shoot. First attempt is up, no good. 76-64, Bears trailing here in Daviess County. 2 minutes, 59 to go. In the Butler County Board of Education, fourth quarter of play. Briar Griffin's at the final finish free throw line. His second attempt is up, and it is good. So 76-65, a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Dockery here. A great timeout by Coach Dockery, I believe, just to get Briar Griffin some rest there as they're having some more conversations. We'll keep it right here. Briar Griffin really has to stay on the court here with Curtis Murphy out. And Brady, we've been running a pretty strict six-man rotation with the addition of Kane and Vincent checking in, getting maybe a couple minutes here or there, but we are probably going to see the starting five for the Bears for the rest of the night. But like we said, that's another way these teams are very similar. We've seen pretty much only Payne, I believe, come off the bench for Daviess County. And I mean, Brady, I can't stress this enough. When you look at these two teams side by side, very, very similar ball clubs, and I believe that's why we're seeing so much you know, this is really a coaching battle for the ages here, trying to figure out an answer for both sides.
Well, I tell you what, this Daviess County team that we're seeing, very similar to the Butler County team we saw last year.
Yes.
Young, has a bright future. Only one senior that we've really seen. I'm sorry, that's a lie.
Three seniors.
Three seniors that we've seen, but still they're two
right.
leading players.
Juniors. As now Daviess County does get it in, but the Bears force another turnover here. And Brady, don't count the Bears out yet. Once again, we are in a must-score situation, if I do say so. 76-65, 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Ty Price brings it across. Gets it to Trevor Daviess at the top of the key. Daviess picked up by Watkins. And Ty Price going to get a screen, gets another screen, hands it off. Back to Daviess. He fires the three. No good. Rebound, Ayer. Would have been a huge three-point basket if it would have fell. Ayer now beats Case Hooten on the dribble, gets it across. Ayer back to Moss. Moss over to Payne. And this is some great leading basketball. Panthers in no rush here. As Ayer back to Moss. Moss will drive, goes up for two, and he's going to draw a foul here. All things considered, pretty weak foul from what we've seen tonight. It's going to be on Ty Price. His second foul, team's fifth. Either way, it was a shooting foul. Jonathan Moss here at the line. Two big free throws for the Panthers. His first attempt is up, no good. So if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, 76-65, only 2 minutes, 24 seconds to go here And Elijah Decker actually in attendance tonight, Brady. I saw him earlier, Ohio County alum. He was the one from Ohio County who put a couple three-pointers on our head in a similar situation just like this. So don't count the Bears out. We've seen crazier things in a high school gym before, as Moss is good on another free throw attempt. 77-65 Bears now need to work quickly on this offensive end. Ty Price over to Case Hooten at the top of the key. Over to Daviess on the opposite wing. Gets it to Ty Price. He goes up for two against Watkins. No good. Rebound tipped around. Payne comes away with it. Ball's tipped away, though, to Briar Griffin, who goes up for two and gets the lay-in to go. Way to stay with that play there, Ty Price. Forcing that turnover. Just a 10-point game now as Moss works ahead to Watkins. Watkins up for two. And Trevor Daviess going to get called for a foul here. He did get some arm, but a good foul nonetheless. Going to make Watkins earn this one at the line. And Watkins was looking to slam that one, which probably would have put this game on ice. Would have been a huge momentum swing in this gym, I can tell you right now. 77-67. Bears need a couple misses from the free throw line late in this one. 1:50 to go here. Watkins' first attempt is up, and it's no good.
You asked for it, and he gave it to you.
And we've seen a couple of those, I believe, going 50% from the line the last three attempts the Panthers have. So the Bears really have a chance to capitalize here. Watkins' second attempt, also no good. Rebound Bears. Have to work quickly, like I said. Ty Price brings it across. Ty Price dribbles to his left side, can't find anything. Gets it down low to Hooten on the baseline, back to Price. Price works it cross court to Castlin. Castlin drives baseline, goes up for two. No foul call, just kidding. Like I said, Brady, some late foul calls.
Well, and I'm noticing it out of one particular ref, and it's not necessarily unbalanced.
Right.
As far as, he takes that middle note, and he wants just to see what happens.
That's just the way that ref's calling the game already. That's a great way of putting it. And that is on Watkins, his second. Team's fourth. Castlin here with two huge free throws for the Bears. First attempt is up and is good at the final finish free throw line. Bears finally back within 10 points, I believe, for the first time since just coming out of half. Castlin now with a chance to cut even deeper. And he gets the second one to go as well. 77
in the vein.
69, 1:30 to go here. Bears bringing a tough press defense here. We'll see if they can force yet another turnover. Panthers get it in to Ayer. Over to Payne. Over to Brown. Back to Payne. Payne's got to get it across here. Timeout taken by the Panthers. And that's good for the Bears. That means the Panthers were on the ropes. A full timeout taken by the Panthers. We're going to take a quick one with them. Keep it right here on 101.5, 103.5 at WLBQ.
Improvements at your local library are taking shape. Check out hundreds of titles right at your fingertips with Hoopla Digital. All you need is your valid library card, and you can read tons of titles from your device. Hoopla Digital syncs across devices so you can pick up your favorite read anywhere. They also offer Reading with Libby, a free reading platform loved by millions. Read your favorite books, magazines, comics, and more anywhere by free services provided by the Butler County Library.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to Daviess County. Bears taking on the Panthers here on the road, trailing 77-69 with only 1:25 to go here in the Butler County Board of Education. Fourth quarter of play. And Brady, we're seeing a great comeback right now by the Bears. Win or lose, they've really stayed with this one. It's easy in these late game scenarios when you get down by 16 or 17 points to really drop your heads and just give up. But the Bears showing a lot of fight late in this one. And that's the kind of play they're going to need when they get to that regional tournament where I don't want to say we're hoping to see this Daviess County team, but if we get to where we want to go, we probably will see this Daviess County team.
That's right.
Once again, these are the two ranked teams in the region at the moment. As Payne now struggling to get it in, gets it into Ayer, who's trapped in the corner, and he's going to step out of bounds. Great defense by Hooten and Castlin forcing that turnover, and the Bears with an opportunity here, trailing by 8. Don't necessarily need a three just yet. Bears just need to get an open look. Ty Price brings it across, gets a screen from Daviess, and a three-pointer from the volleyball line, no good. Rebound, Trevor Daviess, that's not the shot we're looking for. Daviess, spin move, goes up for two, can't get it to go. Rebound, batted around, brought down by Ayer. Foul's going to be on somebody. And Briar Griffin calling for a jump ball. I believe it also probably should have been a jump ball. That's going to send Ayer to the free throw line. I'm not mad about that foul. Foul's on Ty Price, his third foul. Probably foul-wise who we probably needed it on. There were four Bears it could have been on. But I don't mind that foul, Brady, really not wasting any time getting that foul because Bears are now in foul territory. We're going to have we're going to have a lot of misses, Brady, statistically, from these Panthers here in this late game scenario. Ayer, first attempt is up, and it is good. Still a 3-possession game, 78-69. Minute and 8 to go.
Ayer not a leading scorer, but what we're seeing is Ayer is taking a hold of some of these momentum changes.
We've seen a lot of those seniors come up big in this moment of this Davis County game, Brady. They're really holding that rock of the Davis County team as Justin Castlin fires the 3-ball, and the 3-ball's just not falling. Something the Bears need. Rebound, Trevor Daviess goes up for 2 and gets it. Back to an 8-point game here. Bears need to force yet another turnover. Ayer gets it. Tries to get it off of Case Hooten, and it's going to come off of Ayer. Great defensive play by the Crab. Those clamps are exactly why he's earned that nickname, and the Bears not only will get possession, but get it on their side of the court. Sorry to get so fired up. If you didn't know me and Case Hooten, pretty good buddies. Love to see him have success like that. And Ty Price inbounds it into Briar Griffin. Bears have to work fast, only 45 seconds to go here. Griffin, they're really trying to foul Ty Price. He does in the corner. There's the 3-ball they're looking for, and he gets it to go like Kentucky Farm Bureau. 3-pointer, 79-74, 5-point game. Bears need another. Need to get another turnover, but this time Moss going to hit the deck. Whether that was theatrical or not is up for debate, but it will send Moss to the free throw line. Either way, excuse me. That is on Ty Price, his 4th, team's 5th. Like we said, guys, this foul trouble is really about to be a problem for the Bears. Even if they do force the overtime, we're going to be short a couple guys that we see normally. Moss, first attempt is up, and it is good. Bears have to have a miss right here. 80-74, 2-possession game. Number 1 player for Davis County, Jonathan Moss. Leading scorer, leading ball handler, and he's good. Ice in his veins, great trip to the line. Bears really have to get something working fast here. Ty Price brings it across. Can't find the shot he wants, goes inside, kicks it down low to Hooten. Hooten out to Daviess. Bears have to shoot. A lot of time burning here, now under 20 seconds. And Briar Griffin will be the one to fire it. And he gets a Kentucky Farm Bureau 3-pointer to go. Timeout immediately by Calvin Dockery. A really long possession. A full timeout taken. We'll keep it right here. And that right there, Brady, like we said, you want to take those high-quality looks, and they finally get one. But the Bears, I believe, are going to be victim to the enemy of the clock here. 81-77, just out of reach here from a 1-possession game. Bears showing great fight. Basket, finally getting that lid taken off there. A couple 3-point baskets. Bears have to hope for a 5-second violation. But if not, you're going to have to foul immediately. Brady?
You know, 5 seconds is a lot of time to lose here. I really don't know what the plan is. I'm interested to see what happens in the next 14
You got to really
seconds.
foul. You have to foul as soon as the ball's inbounded and hope for 2 misses. And even then, Brady, the time it takes to get down the court and get a shot up, Bears really going to have to get lucky on this one. Really have to just hope for that turnover. But either way, Brady, this is exactly the kind of matchup we were expecting. A very tight game between these two pretty evenly matched ball clubs. And the Bears really showing some great fight late in this one. And this is the kind of fight that they're going to need coming down the stretch in that district and regional tournament. This should really get Bears fans hopeful for what is to come in the playoffs this year. This Bears probably just going to match up. Looks like a little man-to-man, going to double Moss on the inbound here. Payne set to inbound. Payne finds Watkins in the corner, and he's going to be fouled immediately by Trevor Daviess. Only a second burned off the clock, if that.
About 1.6 seconds.
That's only Davies' 3rd foul, so that's exactly who we wanted to get the foul. And Watkins at the line. Bears really misses are wanted, but not necessarily necessary. As Watkins good on his first, makes it a 5-point game, 82-77. If I was Watkins, I'd almost miss this on purpose, Brady, and force the Bears to grab the rebound and start the clock and burn as much time from the Bears as possible. Watkins' second attempt is up. No good. Rebound, Castlin. He's got to move. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Briar Griffin. Under 10 seconds, Briar Griffin has to put up a shot, and he loses the dribble to Ayer. Ayer throws it up to Moss. Moss up for two and gets the lay-in to go, and that's going to bring this game to a close. Great fight by the Bears, but they come up just short in Daviess County, 84-77. Bears fall to the Daviess County Panthers. We're going to add up some scores and come back with that Dairy Queen of Beaver Dam post-game show. Keep it right here on 101.5, 103.5 WLBQ.
Tired of all the same old fast food here in Morgantown? Then it's time for something fresh. Cruise on over to Dairy Queen in Beaver Dam and order up a flame-broiled burger or a crispy chicken finger basket. And for dessert, how about an old-fashioned ice-cold blizzard? Dairy Queen is only minutes away next to the high school in Beaver Dam, and they're ready to offer you delicious breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Dairy Queen of Beaver Dam loves their Butler County customers and look forward to serving you today.
Before you cheer on your Bears, stop by your hometown IGA to get everything you need from an assortment of favorite chips, drinks, and a great selection of meat items, including IGA Choice Angus Beef and an array of your favorite brands of hot dogs and brats. You'll find it all and much more at IGA. Located on South Main Street in Morgantown. Go Bears!
Morgantown Bank and Trust knows what being on the home team is all about. Since 1880, Morgantown Bank and Trust has been serving the people of Butler County. And since 1976, we've been a part of every WLBQ broadcast of Butler County High School athletics. As your only home-owned independent bank, we want to be a pillar of the community. And we work hard every day to give you exceptional professional service from people you know and trust. Good luck, Bears, from Morgantown Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Delta Faucet Company in Morgantown knows about teamwork. Our team takes pride in manufacturing the best faucets and plumbing fixtures for one of the world's most recognized and trusted brands. Delta Faucet has a long relationship with Morgantown and Butler County and feels that one of the company's biggest assets is the committed, dedicated workforce from Butler County. Visit DeltaFaucetCompany.com to apply. Delta is proud to support the sports teams and students of Butler County and proud to be located in Morgantown. Your State Farm insurance agent, Baker Gardner, is ready for another season of BCHS Sports. Baker is also ready to help you with insurance for your home, car, or life. Affordable, reliable insurance from State Farm is backed by one of America's most trusted names, with hometown service always just a phone call away. Good luck, Bears, and remember, like a good neighbor, Baker Gardner is there. Give Baker Gardner and his staff a visit at 219 South Main Street in front of the post office, or give him a call at 270-526-5582.
Before you cheer on your Bears, stop by your hometown IGA to get everything you need from an assortment of favorite chips, drinks, and a great selection of meat items, including IGA Choice Angus Beef and an array of your favorite brands of hot dogs and brats. You'll find it all and much more at IGA. Located on South Main Street in Morgantown. Go Bears!
Welcome back here to Daviess County as the Bears fall to the Panthers 84-77. And we're going to deliver your Dairy Queen of Beaver Dam post-game show. Just a little disclaimer, if you're listening with us and you're heading out from this ball game, Dairy Queen of Beaver Dam is on your way. Just get off there at the exit and make a stop. I'm sure they tell them where you're from. Say, hey, we heard about you on the queue. And because I know I'm going to do that as well. I need some sugar. I'm about to fall asleep, guys. But anyways, your Dairy Queen of Beaver Dam post-game show. And we're going to get you started here with some stats. Maggie, for the Panthers.
For the Daviess County Panthers, Brown with 6 points, Varble with 9 points, Air with 10 points, Moss with 35 points, Payne with 3 points, and Watkins with 21 points, with a total of 84 points for your Panthers tonight. Now for your Butler County Bears, Todd Price with 26 points, Justin Casson with 12 points, Trevor Daviess with 10 points, Briar Griffin with 15 points, Case Hooten with 5 points, and Curtis Murphy with 9 points for a total of 77 for your Bears.
You know, Jonah, we saw the Bears just struggle a little bit there in the third quarter, and it created that deficit that coming back. We played a great fourth quarter, very intense. That's what you want to see. Bears, a lot of the Bears' offensive shots just not falling tonight. And, you know, something to note, we've been out of school. We've been out of practice for the last couple weeks. Had some snow, and, you know, as you know, when school's shut down, to my knowledge, can't have organized practice. And so it's something that, you know, we struggle with this week. Daviess County, I do believe, returned a little earlier than we did. And that's not an excuse, but it's just something you have to understand as you begin to watch teams, especially in high school. You take a team out of their routine, and you see some changes.
Right.
And it's just something to note tonight. But, you know, Bears playing an intense game, not their best night, but even to go a little step further, Daviess County had a good night. And it's something to see, you know, the Bears come into these positions that of competitiveness, and you really see them shine. And I think that's something that we'll see, that the competitive nature in a region matchup later down the road when we get there. And so that's something that you want to keep in mind. You know, this is exactly what we wanted to see.
Right.
As far as the turnout, the closeness, the competitiveness between these two teams.
Right, and we got to see a good look at a team that we're more than likely going to run into again, Brady. This Daviess County team and the Grayson County team that we're going to get to see 2 times are 2 great squads that we're going to have to really analyze and go back and look at. And, Brady, I think it's a great point to make at the end of the game there. Our end-of-game play has been really shaky the past couple of years with this, you know, this core group that we've been playing with. But I think their experience really showed tonight, being able to adjust. Ty Price, obviously the main source of offense as usual, Brady. But I don't think you said it. The IGA hometown player of the game, we're going to give it to Justin Caslin. But Justin Caslin, and Briar Griffin have really shown. And tonight, even Case Hooten and Curtis Murphy coming in there and really able to fill that offensive void whenever Ty Price does have that off night, because we know he loves the 3-ball. All of the Bears love the 3-ball, and as Coach Allen always says, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. But teams like this, if you really want to go a long way and win that regional championship again, you're going to have to win when you have off nights. And I think tonight they didn't pull out the win, but the Bears put up a great fight. And I can't wait to see them play more games like this. And like you said, Brady, playing this kind of level of competition, I really look forward to seeing what this team can do in the regional tournament. And I'm really looking forward to these Grayson County games coming up here in the future. And another district matchup coming up, just looking ahead, I believe Friday is a boy-girl doubleheader against Edmonson County.
Yes,
in Edmonton County.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just looking ahead. We will travel there if you aren't able to make the trip. But another great turnout for Bears faithful tonight. Obviously the crowds have been on our side for these past couple of years, so we really appreciate everybody getting out and supporting the boys like that. But once again, Brady, just a great show tonight from all the Bears, but Justin Caslin's going to take home that IGA hometown player of the game.
You know, and I think you said it very well, but I'll tell you what, if I was, as far as mentality goes from tonight, if I was the Panthers, you know, coming out of this game, pulling out the win over Butler County, I don't know that I'd necessarily, feel great. I'd kind of feel a little scared.
Well, a lot of people, Brady, there's an old saying, it says, you know, when we walk into a gym and see we're playing Daviess County, that's not what you want to see. But Daviess County's thinking that same thing when they see the Bears.
That's right.
Whenever that drawing comes to that regional tournament, whether we win or lose the district, the Daviess County and Grayson County don't want to be on our side, but we're thinking the same thing about them. These are 3 great squads, and especially tonight, these 2 squads, like I said, play styles very similar, athletes very similar, and just really fun game to watch, really late in that fourth quarter.
Right.
Really great entertainment and a great effort from all the boys, so really impressed with our performance.
You know, and I think that it'll just go to show in the region tournament that we'll have something to prove, and we'll want to make a statement. And that's the kind of thing that you like to see when the Bears come out to make a statement. Usually a statement is made. We saw that at Great Crossing, you know, playing against one of the top teams in the state. And we were ranked up near them, you know, prior to the season starting, prior to a lot of these injuries that we've played. And we played Great Crossing. We matched the talent, the skill level there, and that was a great game. And we played that game tonight. I tell you what, that'd be a very different story that we're talking about. And that's the kind of game that the Bears are starting. That's the kind of thing you're starting to see out of the Bears, and I think that's what they're going for as we approach the postseason.
Exactly right, Brady. And I think we're finally seeing them kind of adjust to not having that big man on the floor. We're seeing Castlin and Daviess fill in those spots pretty well. So the Bears really improving on the season. Hopefully we can see them improve more. But they do fall to 6-8, I believe, on the season. And the Daviess County Panthers improving to 9-3, having a pretty good season so far. So.
Well, and I like to see that competitive season that we're intense schedule that we're facing off against tonight. And I like to see Curtis Murphy picking up the role as the big man. I tell you, I'll say it. One of my favorite players to watch right now. And that's not a knock on any of the other Bears players. I think we have some of the greatest talent in the region. I think we have some of the greatest talent in the state, and that goes beyond just some of the names you hear. Lawson Rice, Ty Price. I still think Justin Castlin, Trevor Daviess, all of these guys have some immense talent. And what can I say?
I believe we said it all.
I believe we've said all. You know what, guys? I think it's time to go home.
Well, my home's right down the street, so.
That's true. Well, I tell you what.
I want to wish safe travels to everyone heading home. Like you said, Brady, especially me I've seen the streets down here in Owensboro, not exactly completely dry. So hopefully you guys both have safe travels home and all the Bears faithful get home safely.
Thank you to all of our listeners. Thank you to our sponsors, State Farm Agent Baker Gardner, Parkway Cars and Tires, Double E Vending, Hardee's of Morgantown, Smith Funeral Home, Butler County Library, Hawker Insurance, Embry and Watt CPA, Jones Funeral Chapel, Jackson Chiropractic, Warren RECC. Thank you to all of our listeners on radio. Thank you to Jonah and Maggie for helping me out tonight on the call. Maggie running tech, can't do it without the team. And I tell you what, here at WLBQ, we've got just the greatest team that there is. So for Jonah, for Maggie, and for all the folks back at the Q, we wish you safe travels and good night.